Have you ever wondered if aging means losing your sense of purpose or connection? Have you watched friends or loved ones slip into habits that start draining the joy from their lives? If so, you're not alone. Aging is a privilege, but it's easy to make mistakes that can quietly steal the vibrancy from your golden years. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 common yet often overlooked mistakes that many people make as they grow older, mistakes that can slowly destroy your quality of life. You might be asking yourself, how can I avoid these pitfalls and reclaim my vitality and purpose? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. Stay tuned because, by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to transform your golden years into the most fulfilling chapter of your life. Whether you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, this video will give you invaluable insights on how to take charge of your physical and mental well-being, how to avoid the traps of comfort-seeking habits, and how to create a life of purpose and joy despite the challenges that come with aging. You'll learn how to break free from the victim mentality, face your financial realities, and stop waiting for that elusive someday to finally live your dreams. So, if you want to age with vitality, stay connected to the world around you, and make the most of every moment, then keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to live a life free of regrets, full of purpose, and brimming with joy. Don't miss out. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Now, let's begin. 1. Neglecting physical and mental health. One of the most heart-rending regrets that individuals often voice during their twilight years is the profound neglect of their physical and mental well-being. It's a sorrowful reality that too many people internalize the belief that aging is intrinsically linked with a relentless and unavoidable decline in energy, strength, and mental acuity. This pervasive narrative fosters a sense of hopelessness, leading countless individuals to passively surrender to the gradual erosion of their health. Such a mindset cultivates a resignation to sedentary lifestyles, poor dietary habits, and a disengaged approach to life, as if the inevitable aches, stiffness, and moments of forgetfulness that accompany aging are immutable and inescapable truths of existence. However, this belief is not only deeply misleading but also painfully self-limiting. The stark truth is that aging does not have to be synonymous with a slow descent into frailty and insignificance. While the passage of time undeniably brings about certain changes, it simultaneously unveils opportunities to embrace aging with vitality, purpose, and grace. By consciously investing in both physical and mental health, the later chapters of life can transform into some of the most fulfilling and enriching periods, brimming with joy, meaningful connections, and personal growth. The body, a loyal companion. Your body is not merely a vessel. It is your steadfast lifelong companion, a resilient and remarkable entity that has carried you through every triumph, every struggle, and every serene moment in between. It has endured years of movement, effort, and emotion, continuously adapting to your ever-changing needs and demands. Yet, as we journey through life, especially as we age, we often take this extraordinary companion for granted. When the body begins to send signals of fatigue, discomfort, or stiffness, these vital messages are too frequently ignored or dismissed as inevitable signs of aging, rather than urgent calls for care and attention. The irony here is deeply poignant. Neglecting our physical health only accelerates the very decline that so many fear. A sedentary lifestyle, for instance, leads to muscle atrophy, decreased flexibility, and diminished cardiovascular health, creating a vicious cycle of reduced mobility and independence that can be both heartbreaking and demoralizing. However, there is a silver lining. Even the smallest, most intentional efforts to nurture the body can yield transformative and life-affirming results. Imagine the invigorating feeling of a brisk walk in the crisp morning air, the gentle stretches that awaken your muscles, or the joyful activities like gardening or dancing that rekindle your body's innate vitality. These simple acts transcend mere exercise. They are powerful affirmations of life, sending a heartfelt message to your body. You matter, and I cherish you. Moreover, regular physical activity combats the inertia that so often accompanies aging. It not only strengthens muscles and bones, but also invigorates the heart and lungs, enhances balance, and significantly reduces the risk of chronic diseases. With consistent, even modest effort, the body responds with a renewed sense of vitality and purpose, breathing life back into what may have once felt sluggish and lifeless. The mind, a garden needing cultivation. Equally paramount is the nurturing of the mind. Throughout your life, your mind has been a steadfast navigator, guiding you through myriad challenges, helping you solve complex problems, and enabling you to dream, imagine, and connect with others. Yet, in the autumn of life, many individuals fall into the disheartening trap of allowing their minds to stagnate. Monotonous routines, hours spent passively consuming media, or the absence of intellectual stimulation can dull the sharpness of thought and diminish curiosity and creativity. This intellectual neglect often paves the way for feelings of isolation, despair, and a sense of irrelevance to quietly creep into one's existence. The shrinking of social circles, whether due to geographic relocations, the passing of loved ones, or physical limitations, can further exacerbate this painful sense of loneliness. Nevertheless, the mind remains a fertile and vibrant garden capable of flourishing regardless of age. By committing to its care, through reading thought-provoking books, exploring new hobbies, solving intricate puzzles, or learning novel skills, we keep the mind active, engaged, and resilient. Creative pursuits like painting, writing, or playing music tap into deep emotional and intellectual reservoirs, enriching daily life with beauty and meaning. Additionally, engaging in meaningful conversations and fostering social connections stimulate not just the mind but also the spirit, fostering a profound sense of belonging and purpose. I find that each new mental challenge is like a breath of fresh air, revitalizing my spirit and keeping my curiosity alive. Emotional resilience and gratitude. Aging, like every stage of life, carries its own unique set of challenges and inevitable losses. Loved ones may pass away, physical capabilities may wane, and long-held roles and identities may undergo significant transformations. Grieving these changes is both natural and necessary, allowing us to process and come to terms with our evolving circumstances. However, it is equally crucial to cultivate emotional resilience and a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude has the transformative power to reshape how we experience aging by focusing on the rich tapestry of experiences we've accumulated. The enduring friendships, the heartfelt laughter, and the countless moments of love and beauty that have graced our lives. Shifting our perspective from what has been lost to what remains can be profoundly liberating. Every sunrise becomes a symbol of new beginnings, every shared meal a celebration of connection, and every kind word exchanged a testament to enduring love. Gratitude does not erase grief, but it beautifully balances it, offering a sense of appreciation for the life we've lived and the boundless opportunities that still lie ahead. The power of choice. Neglecting physical and mental health is not an inevitable consequence of aging. It is, in fact, a choice, albeit one that is often made unconsciously. The empowering truth is that you possess the agency to make different choices, regardless of your age or where you currently stand. Small, intentional actions can accumulate over time, creating significant and positive changes. Nourishing your body with wholesome, nutrient-rich foods fuels it for longevity and strength. Gentle, consistent movement signals to your body that you are deeply invested in its well-being. Engaging in lifelong learning and meaningful activities keeps your mind alert, vibrant, and ever curious. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's not about trying to turn back the relentless march of time. Rather, it's about embracing the present with all its possibilities and making the most of each precious day. Ensuring that every day is lived with purpose, clarity, and joy transforms the aging process from a period of decline to one of flourishing. When you choose to care for yourself in this way, you create a powerful ripple effect, inspiring those around you and enriching the lives of your loved ones. Ultimately, the most precious gift you possess is the present moment. How you choose to spend it shapes the legacy you leave behind. Not one of regret, but one of resilience, vitality, and a life beautifully well lived. In my journey, I have found that embracing these choices with an open heart and a determined spirit has not only enhanced my quality of life, but has also filled my days with profound meaning and unbounded joy. It is a testament to the incredible capacity we all have to shape our destinies, regardless of the years that pass. Embrace the power within you to live each day to its fullest potential, and let your later years be a testament to the vibrant, resilient, and joyous life you have cultivated. 2. Relying on vices for comfort. As we traverse the intricate path of life, the inescapable tide of change continuously molds and reshapes our experiences. For many individuals, the twilight years usher in a noticeable deceleration of life's frenetic pace. The once unyielding demands of a bustling career, the intense responsibilities of raising children, and the relentless whirlwind of daily obligations gradually give way to a quieter, yet often disconcertingly unfamiliar existence. This significant transition, while undoubtedly offering a newfound sense of freedom and respite from past pressures, can simultaneously evoke a profound sense of unease and uncertainty. Without the structured routines that once provided clear purpose and unwavering direction, countless of us find ourselves wrestling with prolonged periods of solitude. These empty hours, though brimming with potential for new beginnings and personal growth, can frequently feel overwhelmingly daunting, creating a vast emotional landscape where feelings of loneliness and a lack of direction may painfully take root. In this profound space of stillness and introspection, it becomes entirely natural, and even instinctive, to seek out comfort in whatever forms we can find. We yearn for something tangible to soothe the deep ache of isolation or to fill the immense void left by a life that was once so richly defined by constant activity and engagement. For many seniors, this heartfelt search for solace often leads to embracing small, familiar comforts. A cherished favorite drink that brings a fleeting sense of peace, a beloved TV show that offers a temporary escape, or a nightly indulgence that becomes a comforting ritual. These seemingly harmless habits, at first glance, provide a quiet reprieve from life's complexities and the emotional turmoil that can accompany aging. However, over time, what begins as an innocent and well-intentioned attempt to self-soothe can slowly and insidiously transform into a dependency that subtly yet significantly limits our ability to fully embrace and celebrate the profound richness of our later years. It's easy to empathize with how such vices take root in our lives. The transition into retirement and the natural process of aging can be profoundly disorienting. When the steady, predictable rhythm of obligations and responsibilities gradually fades away, days can stretch out into long, empty voids that feel both endless and meaningless. Without the external anchors of a job or the daily responsibilities of caregiving, we may find ourselves struggling desperately to identify new sources of purpose or direction. In the absence of these grounding forces, many of us instinctively turn to behaviors that offer immediate, albeit temporary, relief from emotional discomfort and inner turmoil. For some, this struggle manifests as a nightly glass of wine that quietly escalates into a habitual reliance on alcohol, offering a fleeting sense of calm amidst the chaos of their thoughts. For others, it might look like spending endless, mind-numbing hours in front of the television, finding solace in the predictable comfort of familiar characters and storylines while real-life connections and meaningful interactions fade painfully into the background. Additionally, the allure of social media, the thrill of gambling, the temptation of overeating, or even the overuse of prescription medications can similarly become outlets for numbing deep-seated emotions or attempting to fill the gaping gaps left by a quieter, less engaged life. These behaviors often start innocently enough, a single indulgence, a momentary distraction, but their cumulative effects can be profoundly damaging. Left unchecked, they can morph into invisible chains that bind us to cycles of disconnection, effectively preventing us from living fully and joyously in the present moment. What makes vices so insidious and particularly heartbreaking is their inherently deceptive nature. They promise comfort, relief, and an escape from pain, yet they rarely address the underlying, more profound emotions that lie beneath the surface. Feelings of loneliness, sadness, or inadequacy are only temporarily masked, remaining unresolved and festering beneath the facade of calm. This creates a vicious cycle of dependence that can feel increasingly difficult to break free from as time goes on. These habits, while initially providing a semblance of peace, ultimately dull the vibrancy of life, leaving us feeling disconnected not only from the world around us but also from our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. Breaking free from the suffocating grip of these habits is an incredibly challenging endeavor, but it is by no means impossible. It requires far more than mere willpower. It demands a profound willingness to confront uncomfortable and often painful truths about ourselves and our lives. This transformative process begins with courage, the kind of deep, unwavering courage needed to acknowledge that these habits, while offering temporary solace, are ultimately holding us back from experiencing the full, rich tapestry of our later years. More importantly, it calls for an openness and readiness to replace these detrimental habits with pursuits that genuinely nourish our spirits and rekindle our zest for life. The human heart and mind are intrinsically designed for connection, purpose, and growth. When these core needs go unmet, we often desperately seek substitutes that, while immediately gratifying, fail to provide the lasting fulfillment we so deeply crave. There is a profound and essential difference between mere distraction and true meaning. Distractions, much like vices, offer fleeting relief but do little to nurture our inner selves and foster genuine happiness. Meaningful pursuits, on the other hand, invite us to engage deeply with life, fostering a profound sense of joy, vitality, and lasting fulfillment. If you find yourself reaching for that second drink, settling into hours of mindless television watching, or indulging in other habits that feel comforting yet ultimately hollow, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself deeply, what am I truly longing for? Am I using these behaviors as a means to escape feelings of regret or overwhelming loneliness? Am I seeking connection, excitement, or a sense of purpose that feels painfully absent in my daily life? Recognizing these emotional triggers is the crucial first step toward genuine healing and transformation. Addressing these deeper needs may require a great deal of vulnerability and self-reflection. Practices such as journaling, speaking openly with a compassionate therapist, or simply sharing your heartfelt thoughts with a trusted friend can help uncover the root causes of these destructive habits. By identifying and addressing the profound emotions driving your behavior, you can begin to replace harmful vices with healthier, more fulfilling choices that truly enrich your life. Some may understandably wonder, why bother changing at this stage in life? The answer is simple yet profoundly powerful, because life, in all its intricate beauty and richness, is still very much unfolding. Every single day offers a new opportunity to rediscover purpose, build meaningful connections, and create moments of genuine joy and happiness. Change is not about erasing or disregarding the past, but about embracing the present with open arms and shaping a future that feels deeply meaningful and fulfilling. Your capacity for growth, connection, and happiness does not diminish with age. It remains as vibrant and potent as ever. The habits we cultivate, whether harmful or enriching, are direct reflections of the choices we make. If we can form vices, we equally have the incredible capacity to nurture passions. Whether it's exploring a new hobby that ignites your creativity, immersing yourself in the serene beauty of nature, building stronger and more meaningful relationships, or embarking on the exciting journey of learning something entirely new. There are countless beautiful ways to bring color, vibrancy, and profound joy back into your days. Relying on vices for comfort is, at its very core, a quiet and heartbreaking form of surrender, a deeply ingrained belief that the best years of life are irrevocably behind you. But this belief is nothing more than a painful falsehood. These harmful habits whisper to us that our time for purpose, joy, and meaningful engagement has passed, when in reality, the truth is that life's beauty, potential, and opportunities for happiness remain as vibrant and abundant as ever. By choosing connection over isolation, curiosity over complacency, and purpose over mere distraction, we reclaim our innate power to live fully and joyously. As you begin to make these conscious and courageous choices, the overwhelming emptiness you may feel starts to fade, replaced by a renewed and invigorated sense of meaning, fulfillment, and the vibrant richness that comes from living a life truly well lived. 3. Clinging to a victim mentality. Life undeniably leaves its indelible mark on each and every one of us. As we journey through the various stages of life, especially as we approach our later years, We find ourselves carrying a myriad of scars, be they emotional, physical, financial, or even spiritual. These scars are not mere blemishes. They are profound reminders of the battles we've fought, the losses we've endured, and the seemingly insurmountable challenges we've bravely overcome. It's heartbreaking to acknowledge that life often doesn't unfold according to our cherished visions and dreams. We've all experienced those gut-wrenching moments of heartbreak, the sting of disappointment, and the depths of profound struggle that have intricately shaped the very essence of who we are today. However, amidst these deeply personal and often painful experiences, one of the most insidious and damaging tendencies that can take root in our golden years is the unwavering attachment to a victim mentality. This mindset, which often germinates from genuine and raw pain, convinces us that our hardships are not just part of our journey but are the very defining elements of our existence. It seductively persuades us to endlessly replay our grievances, to incessantly nurse our old wounds, and to view the world through a perpetually skewed lens of injustice and helplessness. While it is entirely human and natural to feel the crushing weight of life's difficulties, allowing ourselves to become ensnared and imprisoned by this mentality only serves to deepen our pain. It strips away the remaining richness and potential joy that our remaining years still hold, leaving us feeling hollow and disconnected. We all inevitably experience bitterness when life deviates from our hopes or plans. Relationships that once thrived may have splintered, leaving us estranged and isolated from those we once held dear. Financial struggles can erode the stability we diligently worked for over decades, leaving us anxious and uncertain about our future. Perhaps our health has deteriorated, replacing the strength and vitality we once enjoyed with debilitating limitations and constant uncertainty. Some among us have endured betrayals, prejudice, or tragedies so profound that the wounds feel insurmountable, casting long shadows over our present and future. These harsh realities are deeply personal and undeniably painful. They deserve our heartfelt recognition and compassion. However, the true danger lies in allowing these hardships to monopolize our narrative, defining not just where we've been but ominously dictating where we're headed. A victim mentality ensnares us in a state of paralysis, feeding a vicious loop of self-defeating thoughts that focus solely on what went wrong and who might be to blame. In doing so, it perpetuates the bitter belief that life is inherently unfair, that change is an unattainable dream, and that we are utterly powerless to alter our circumstances. This destructive mindset becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, where our expectations for the future are bleak, leading us to experience less joy, fewer meaningful connections, and diminished opportunities for personal growth. Yet, the undeniable truth is that no matter what we've endured, our past does not have the unassailable power to define our future, unless we permit it to. What truly shapes our lives is the conscious choice we make in how we respond to the challenges we've faced. This empowering truth holds significance at every stage of life but becomes especially poignant as we grow older. Time is an incredibly precious resource, and clinging to the pain of the past only serves to diminish the quality of the years we have left. Letting go of a victim mentality doesn't mean denying the validity of our pain or erasing our struggles. It doesn't involve pretending that the hardships we endured never happened. Instead, it requires a courageous and conscious decision to prevent those hardships from overshadowing the rest of our journey. It means embracing the empowering mindset that, while life may have knocked us down, we still possess the inherent strength and resilience to stand up, move forward, and redefine what the future holds for us. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. The first transformative step in this healing process is to shift our perspective. Instead of fixating on what has been taken from us, we can choose to focus on what remains. Perhaps we've lost loved ones, but our hearts still retain their incredible capacity to love deeply and meaningfully. Maybe physical limitations now challenge us, but our minds and spirits remain vibrant, capable of growth, creativity, and profound connections. We may no longer enjoy the financial security we once envisioned, but we've gained invaluable wisdom, resilience, and a wealth of experiences that can offer comfort and guidance to others facing similar struggles. Gratitude emerges as a powerful and transformative tool in this journey of overcoming a victim mentality. It's not about dismissing our pain or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it's about learning to see and appreciate the light that still shines amidst the darkness. When we focus on what we have, no matter how small, it cultivates a sense of abundance and endless possibility. Gratitude allows us to reframe even the most difficult moments, transforming them into profound lessons that foster growth, broaden our perspective, and strengthen our inner resilience. Another crucial key to breaking free from a victim mentality is reclaiming our sense of agency. Often, this debilitating mindset stems from a deeply ingrained belief in our own powerlessness, the haunting idea that life simply happens to us, rather than something we actively shape and influence. But regardless of our age, we still possess the inherent ability to impact and shape our world. We can seek reconciliation in fractured relationships through acts of forgiveness, humility, and understanding. We can create new routines or hobbies that bring joy, meaning, and structure to our days. We can contribute to our communities by sharing our hard-earned wisdom, mentoring younger generations, or volunteering our time in meaningful ways. Every small act, whether it's planting a garden, writing a heartfelt letter, or simply offering a kind word, serves as a powerful reminder that we are far from powerless. The profound act of letting go is, in itself, an incredibly liberating experience. When we release the bitterness, resentment, and regret that weigh so heavily on our hearts, we create space for new joys, new connections, and new possibilities to enter our lives. This transformative process demands immense courage. It's not easy to confront the narratives we've clung to for so long or to release the sense of injustice that feels so deeply intertwined with our experiences. Yet, the freedom gained through this act of release is immeasurable. By letting go, we gift ourselves the priceless opportunity to write a new chapter, one that is defined not by what we've lost, but by the vibrant and hopeful creations we choose to bring into existence. Old age, with all its inherent challenges, offers an unparalleled opportunity for reflection, reinvention, and renewal. We are not merely survivors of life's hardships. We are living testaments to resilience and unwavering strength. We have weathered countless storms and are still standing tall. That alone is a cause for immense pride and heartfelt celebration. There is profound dignity and unparalleled strength in refusing to let the past dictate our future. By consciously choosing gratitude, empowerment, and forgiveness, we can transform our later years into a time of profound beauty, deep connection, and meaningful purpose. Instead of being prisoners of the past, we can rise to become the authors of our own stories, a narrative not of victimhood, but of triumphant resilience, continual growth, and graceful endurance. Embracing this empowering mindset allows us to fully inhabit the richness of our remaining years, finding joy and fulfillment in every precious moment. 4. Ignoring financial realities. One of the most heartbreaking and pervasive mistakes individuals make as they journey through life is the all-too-common failure to confront their financial realities head-on. After dedicating decades to relentless hard work, enduring countless sacrifices, and maintaining unwavering dedication, it's only natural to yearn for the sweet rewards of that labor. This deep-seated sense of entitlement to enjoy the fruits of one's labor can be both empowering and perilous. Many people, driven by a mix of hope and exhaustion, genuinely believe that their financial worries will fade as they age. This belief often leads to the comforting assumption that years of stress, tight budgets, and financial restraint are finally behind them. Consequently, they might feel an overwhelming sense of justification in spending freely, indulging in generosity toward loved ones, or naively assuming that their financial future will miraculously take care of itself without their active involvement. However, this mindset is not only misleading but can also be disastrously deceptive. The stark truth is that financial security in later years does not simply materialize by chance or through wishful thinking. It demands a steadfast commitment to continued awareness, meticulous planning, and prudent decision-making, even during what many refer to as the golden years, a time traditionally envisioned as the perfect opportunity to finally relax, unwind, and savor the pleasures of life. Ignoring financial realities during this crucial period can lead to a cascade of far-reaching and devastating consequences. Poor financial management at this stage can spiral into unnecessary and crippling stress, foster a painful dependence on others, and even result in the heartbreaking loss of dignity and independence. For those who have spent their entire lives laboring tirelessly to build a stable and secure foundation, watching that financial security erode can be both emotionally wrenching and entirely avoidable. Retirement, while often eagerly anticipated and dreamed about, can create a dangerously false sense of financial freedom. The absence of the daily grind of work and related expenses might tempt individuals to believe that their overall expenses will naturally decrease and that managing their financial situation will become significantly easier. Yet, the sobering reality for many is quite the opposite. Aging brings with it a unique and often unpredictable set of financial challenges that can swiftly outpace even the most well-intentioned expectations. Rising healthcare costs, ongoing home maintenance, relentless inflation, and the deep-seated desire to engage in fulfilling and enriching activities like travel, hobbies, or supporting family members all contribute to an often surprising and rapid increase in expenses. These costs can accumulate at an alarming rate, especially for those who have not taken the time to reassess and realign their financial plans to match the stark realities of retirement. A particularly common and heartbreaking pitfall among seniors is the tendency to live beyond their means. This can manifest in various emotionally charged ways, such as taking extravagant vacations, frequently dining out at expensive restaurants, or indulging in high-cost hobbies that, while personally fulfilling, can quickly drain financial resources. For others, this tendency takes the form of providing ongoing financial assistance to adult children or grandchildren, driven by love, a sense of obligation, or the heartfelt hope of easing their burdens. While these generous choices may bring temporary satisfaction and a sense of purpose, they can also rapidly deplete hard-earned savings, leaving seniors financially vulnerable during a time of life when they should be relying on those very resources the most. Denial serves as another significant and emotionally charged barrier to financial stability in old age. Many seniors, gripped by fear and anxiety, avoid taking a hard and often uncomfortable look at their financial situation. They might ignore mounting debts, delay the creation of a realistic and sustainable budget, or avoid discussing financial matters with family members or trusted advisors. Yet, this pervasive neglect does not make these issues disappear. Instead, it allows them to compound and grow. What might begin as a small, manageable problem can quickly escalate into a major financial crisis, becoming increasingly difficult and emotionally draining to address as time goes on. The pathway to avoiding these devastating financial pitfalls in later life lies in taking proactive, thoughtful, and emotionally intelligent steps to regain control over one's financial destiny. The first crucial step is to assess your financial situation with honest introspection and objective analysis. What are your fixed expenses, and how do they stack up against your current income or retirement savings? How long will your existing resources sustain your current lifestyle? Are there areas where you can thoughtfully reduce spending without sacrificing the quality of life you cherish? Asking these tough but absolutely necessary questions can feel daunting and emotionally taxing, but doing so is an empowering act of self-respect and responsibility. Living within your means doesn't have to feel restrictive or burdensome. Instead, it can significantly enhance your overall quality of life. When you align your spending with your financial reality, you liberate yourself from the relentless stress and uncertainty that often accompany overextending your resources. This profound shift allows you to focus on experiences and relationships that bring deeper, more lasting fulfillment. A simple, cozy dinner at home with loved ones can be just as joyful and memorable as a lavish night out, and a modest, thoughtfully planned vacation can create cherished memories just as rich and meaningful as an extravagant trip. Choosing to live modestly and purposefully not only ensures your financial security but also fosters a life filled with contentment, gratitude, and emotional well-being. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Preparing for the unexpected is another crucial and emotionally significant element of financial security in old age. Medical expenses, in particular, loom as a major concern for many seniors and are often grossly underestimated. Even those in excellent health must plan for the possibility of future healthcare needs, whether through long-term care insurance, a dedicated emergency fund, or other robust financial safeguards. It's also vital to explore and utilize resources such as government programs or community assistance that can help offset potential costs, providing both financial relief and peace of mind. Seeking guidance from a trusted financial advisor or a supportive family member can offer invaluable insights and help prevent costly, emotionally draining mistakes. Recognizing when to ask for help is not a sign of weakness or failure. Rather, it's a profound demonstration of wisdom, humility, and responsibility. Another deeply important aspect of financial planning in old age is considering the legacy you wish to leave behind. While many people feel a strong, heartfelt desire to provide for their children or grandchildren, it's essential to prioritize your own needs first, ensuring your financial independence and security. Not only does this protect you, but it also alleviates the emotional and financial burden that might otherwise fall on your loved ones. By safeguarding your own stability, you set a powerful and inspiring example of foresight, resilience, and self-care that your family can respect, admire, and emulate. Ignoring financial realities in old age can profoundly undermine both your peace of mind and your cherished sense of independence. However, by approaching your finances with clarity, humility, and unwavering diligence, you can build a future that is both secure and deeply fulfilling. You've worked incredibly hard to reach this esteemed stage of life. Honor that effort by taking thoughtful, proactive steps to preserve your financial health. By doing so, you will be able to embrace your golden years with the freedom, dignity, and joy that you so richly deserve, allowing you to live each day with confidence and emotional well-being. 5. Waiting for someday. One of the most profound yet heartbreakingly overlooked tragedies of growing older is the insidious habit of waiting. Waiting for that elusive perfect moment, for the right set of circumstances to align, or for the mythical someday to finally take the plunge and pursue the things that genuinely ignite our souls with joy, meaning, and fulfillment. This seemingly harmless habit is, in reality, a stealthy thief that steals away our most precious resource: time. It doesn't merely take away hours and days. It ruthlessly robs us of priceless opportunities. Opportunities to live deeply, to forge authentic connections with others, and to create cherished memories that can sustain us during life's quieter, more reflective moments. The allure of someday is incredibly seductive. It whispers sweet promises of a future where every aspect of our lives falls perfectly into place, a time when our health is robust, our finances are secure, and our fears have been vanquished. It paints an idyllic picture of tomorrow, where all obstacles have been removed, and the path to fulfillment is clear and unobstructed. Yet, the harsh truth is that someday is nothing more than an illusion, a shimmering mirage on the distant horizon that perpetually recedes just as we approach it. It remains a destination that we never truly arrive at. For those of us navigating the later chapters of life, waiting for someday becomes especially perilous. Time, which once felt so abundant and unending, now reveals itself as a finite and extraordinarily precious commodity. The longer we procrastinate, the more opportunities slip through our fingers, leaving us with a lingering, silent ache of what might have been. But why do we continue to wait? What binds us to this persistent habit of postponement? Often, it is fear. Fear of failure, fear of change, or fear of rejection that keeps us tethered to inaction. Perhaps you've contemplated reaching out to mend a fractured relationship but hesitated, paralyzed by uncertainty about how your efforts might be received. Maybe you've longed to visit a place that has captured your imagination for years, but worried that your health might not keep up with the demands of travel. Or perhaps you've yearned to try something new, a hobby, a class, or a social activity, but held back, convinced that it's too late or fearing the embarrassment of being a beginner at this stage of life. These fears, while deeply human and understandable, act as formidable walls we construct between ourselves and a life rich with experiences and fulfillment. They prevent us from stepping into the unknown, even when that unknown holds the promise of immense joy and personal growth. At other times, it is not fear but pride or simple procrastination that keeps us in a state of waiting. We convince ourselves, "I'll do it when I feel better," or "I'll get to it after the holidays," or even, "there's no rush." It can wait. But life, with its relentless forward march, does not pause for our plans and hesitations. Each moment we delay, each opportunity we defer, is a moment that may never return. The call remains unmade, the trip remains unplanned, the experience remains unlived. In the end, it is not the things we attempted and failed at that haunt us the most, but the myriad things we never dared to try. The roads not taken, the dreams left unrealized, the connections never forged. The power of now. There is a remarkable clarity that emerges when we fully acknowledge the finite nature of time. This profound realization sharpens our focus, compelling us to reevaluate what truly matters in our lives. It imbues us with the courage to prioritize joy, genuine connection, and a sense of purpose. Instead of endlessly waiting for the perfect circumstances, we must learn to embrace the imperfect present with all its flaws and uncertainties. Pick up the phone and make that call, even if you're unsure of what to say. Book that trip, even if it requires adapting to some discomfort along the way. Sign up for that class or join that group, even if you're the oldest one in the room or the least experienced. These acts of urgency are not reckless. They are deeply intentional. They reflect a heartfelt commitment to living fully and authentically, even when the path is uncertain or imperfect. Momentum through action. The true beauty of action lies in its extraordinary ability to build momentum. Each small step, each call made, each decision taken, and each risk embraced serves as a powerful reminder that we are still capable of shaping our own lives. With every act of courage, no matter how modest, we reclaim a bit of our agency and reignite the spark of possibility within us. Living with urgency doesn't mean rushing through life or ignoring its inevitable challenges. Instead, it means approaching each day with deliberate intention and constantly asking ourselves, what can I do today to make my life richer, fuller, or more meaningful? It's about breaking free from the inertia of waiting and leaning wholeheartedly into the present, even when doing so feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Refusing to wait. Refusing to wait is not a denial of the realities of aging. It's not about pretending that challenges don't exist or that they are insignificant. Rather, it's about refusing to let those challenges define or limit us. Aging is not the end of the journey but a profound transition, a season ripe with opportunities for reflection, deeper connections, and personal growth. The stark truth is that there will never be a perfect time to live fully. There is only now, and the more we delay, the more life quietly slips past us, leaving behind a trail of what-ifs and missed opportunities. But when we choose to act, to take that first step, make that call, or say yes to that opportunity, we open ourselves up to the boundless possibilities of joy, connection, and transformation. We demonstrate both to ourselves and to those around us that it is never too late to live with purpose and passion. The gift of action. Old age is not a time to retreat from life, but a time to lean into it, to embrace the present with all its imperfections, and to take bold steps toward the life you've always dreamed of. It's a time to make peace with the past while forging a future filled with meaning and love. Each day is a precious gift, an invitation to mend broken ties, to create something beautiful, and to cherish the moments that matter most. Don't wait for someday. Someday is not promised. What you have is today, this very moment, this fleeting opportunity. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Use it to make that call, take that trip, try that new thing, or simply say yes to the life unfolding before you. When you choose to live with urgency, the regrets of waiting begin to fade, replaced by the profound satisfaction of taking meaningful action. The life you once dreamed of becomes the life you're actively living, and that is the greatest gift of all, to live a life free of regret, rich with purpose, and alive with the endless possibilities of today. As the sun sets on one chapter of life, it rises on another. Aging isn't the end. It's a magnificent transition, a new beginning and a chance to create a legacy of courage, love, and fulfillment. To truly make the most of these years, we must consciously avoid the subtle but powerful mistakes that can quietly erode our joy, purpose, and sense of fulfillment. It's all too easy to fall into traps like neglecting our health, leaning on destructive habits for fleeting comfort, adopting a victim mindset that stifles growth, ignoring the harsh realities of our financial situation, or endlessly postponing our dreams in the hope of some elusive perfect moment. Each of these missteps has the potential to undermine the dignity and fulfillment we've worked so hard to cultivate throughout our lives. But here's a liberating truth. It's never too late to choose a different path, no matter how long these patterns have been in place. Each new day offers us a chance to make a profound change. Life's beauty lies in its infinite potential for renewal. At any age, you can decide to nurture your body and mind, shed harmful habits, and embrace an attitude of gratitude and empowerment. You can take control of your financial health, face the future with unwavering urgency and determination, and make choices that align with the deepest values and dreams you hold dear. These seemingly simple decisions, made with heartfelt intention, possess the extraordinary power to transform your golden years into a time of deep meaning, genuine connection, and enduring joy. Aging is not just about counting the years that pass. It's about enriching those years with purpose and vitality. It's about waking up each morning with a heart open to new experiences, a mind eager to learn and explore, and a spirit determined to leave behind a legacy of love, wisdom, and kindness. The past, with all its victories and challenges, may have shaped who you are, but it doesn't define who you must be. What defines you is how you choose to live today, with courage, clarity, and an unwavering commitment to making the most of the time you have. Let the years ahead be a testament to the resilience of your spirit and the richness of a life lived with intention and care. When you reflect on your life, it won't be the sheer number of days that matter, but the depth of the moments you've cherished, the love you've shared, the laughter you've embraced, and the sense of purpose you've infused into each day. So, take that first step now. Begin with small, meaningful actions that anchor you in the present and set the tone for a brighter tomorrow. Recognize that this moment, right here, right now, is the most precious gift you'll ever have. Live it boldly, live it fully, and most importantly, live it well. As we reach the end of this heartfelt exploration on the perils of waiting for someday, take a moment to reflect on the journey we've shared together. What valuable lessons have you gleaned from our discussion so far? Think about the insights that resonated deeply with you and consider how they can transform your daily life. We'd love to hear from you. Please take a moment to comment below and share one key thing you've learned today that you're committed to bringing into your life. Whether it's making that long overdue call, embarking on a new adventure, or simply embracing the present moment with more intention, your stories and commitments can inspire others in our community. If you found this video meaningful and empowering, please leave your comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring content that encourages you to live boldly and authentically. Your support helps us continue to create content that uplifts and motivates. Thank you for watching, and remember, every moment is a precious gift. Live it fully, live it passionately, and live it well.